Striker is looking for, all right. Got a clear photo.
Well, then it's a bloody good job I went to ground, isn't it?
It's Suzanne. They're on to Striker. Right. Will do. You're to break cover. Get yourself seen about the district. It's confirmed. We kill Hunter.
Hey, Liz.
Young?
The old man in?
Yes, he's expecting you.
One, 2, 4, Miniger Street. Well, the photograph worked. He was seen there this morning.
I want you to watch him, see where he goes, who he speaks to. Take a room opposite. 24 hours a day, Callan.
For me and who else?
Just you.
Oh, come off it. John, you've got a whole flaming department for surveillance jobs. I mean, one man can't do it.
One man will have to. I can't spare anyone else just at the moment. With the Soviet president due in a couple of days, I've got everybody out checking on all the political undesirables in the book. Besides, you're the only man I can trust.
You are? Well, perhaps you'd better fill me in on the whys and wherefores. Oh, come on, John.
Just watch and report directly to me. To no one else. Just me.
You've been very secretive, haven't you? Anyone think it was you they were after? It isn't, is it?
You know the rules.
Yeah, I know the rules. But if you don't tell me what it's all about, I can't do the job, can I? Because the job's impossible.
Callan, sit down.
Yesterday, yes. He's on the second floor, directly opposite. He has everything about him, where he eats, drinks, everything. Right. I'll organize it. Tonight. So you can go out for a little drinkies, How do you like that? We only want to fix his phone and put bugs in his bed.
You should keep the door locked.
It's the only way out, isn't it?
I called earlier. You should have tried the pub down the road. Striker was there, I take it. Yep. But I was out south. Can you get into his flat tonight? What? What, with him there? How? Walk in through the front door. No one would notice. It's an Earl's Court flat. No Nobody knows each other, at least as part of the world. Yeah. Except it's an opposition house, isn't it? Bloke I talked to denied knowing Stryker. Turned out he's the landlord, so it must be.
With a handy drain pipe.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly an acrobat, am I, sir?
Lonely?
Well, he'd need, you know...
Stryker transmitted this afternoon. When he transmits, he uses a one-time code. There must be a one-time code pad somewhere in his flat. We need it.
No. If I took it, he'd know that we could pick him up.
You photograph it, Lonely puts it back, easy enough.
Yeah, all right, well, perhaps. Is it that important?
To me, yes. It might tie up with what I learned in Moscow.
Well?
Hmm? Oh, let him come. Let him go.
What? Go through the flipping window while the Charlie's in there kipping? You're off your rocker. All right. What am I looking for?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Could be a bundle of papers. We have a series of numbers. Letters. In blocks, maybe, like this. Could be in a pad, it could be in a book. I just don't know. Anyway, you look around. Keep your eyes open. See if you can see anything that doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the flat.
It's not an easy job, you know, what with him in there.
Well, you've done it before, haven't you?
Who has?
You have. Don't you remember telling me that you once did a country castle? Remember that? There you were in her ladyship's bedroom, nicking her ladyship's sparklers.
While she was.
With the leading man from the local rep, and you not 2 yards away from it. Do you remember telling me that?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody liar.
Here, take it, now let's get out of here.
Oh, mate, hang on, you haven't finished the job, you've got to take it back yet.
Not on your Nelly, mate, not on your bleeding life, not with him up there.
You didn't let him see you, did you?
No, Mr. Callan, he can't see me, he can't see nobody. He's a stiff, he is.
Mears.
Charlie here.
Good morning, sir. Do what, sir?
Let's hope that does the trick.
Did your executive...
Hunter told me your section were handling this case. I was to meet you here and cooperate. Is he upstairs?
Yeah. You'll be in charge, of course. Unofficially.
Let's get it over with, shall we?
What the hell? Oh, why didn't you wait a minute? I'd have opened the door, wouldn't I? What the hell do you want?
You.
Oh, I didn't know you cared.
You're under arrest, David.
On what? What's the charge?
Espionage. Paragraph 19, Defence of the Realm Act 1949.
Oh, do me a favour, will you get lost? What the hell was that for?
He was going for his gun.
Yes, sir.
It's Hunter, sir. For you.
Yes, sir. I'm to collect Snell, sir, and bring him to headquarters. Oh, what about Callan, sir? Yes, sir. You're to take Callan in, and I'm to collect Snell.
Oh, who's Snell?
He's a head shrinker who's good at getting questions answered.
Mears. Stay with him, Paul. We shall need to ask you a few questions as well.
Callan.
Sorry about that. We thought you were going for a gun. And Toby Mears said it was a gun. And you do carry a gun.
Whose idea of a joke is this, then?
Joke?
Yeah. Arrest.
No joke, my friend.
You're dead right it isn't, mate. Right, let's get to Hunter. We're going to see whose guts we can have for guts. What the hell?
Oh, come on, Liz. Well, there must be somebody in Section 3 I can talk to. So I'd forget it. Sir.
What is it, Mears?
Snell is in New York, sir, and he has been for the past 3 days, sir.
I know.
Well, excuse the impertinence, sir, but why the hell ask me to collect him?
Who asked you?
You did.
Did I?
We were arresting Callan, sir. You telephoned, and Haynes of Section 3...
Now, wait a minute. Tell me about Haynes and Section 3 and arresting Callan. Because I'm damned if I know anything about it.
You had a shot 30.
Lonely, isn't it, Nick? Lonely, Nick.
No, we've done that. That's one thing.
Feeling better?
Floating. Floating.
We're taking you to the office, Callan. You understand? Headquarters. I'll tell you when we arrive. When we get there, Hunter will want a little talk. Hunter. You remember Hunter, don't you, Callan? Remember Hunter.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you'll be in Hunter's office. And then you'll talk to Hunter. You understand, Callan? You understand?
Talk to Hunter. Talk to Hunter.
You're waking up, Callan. And you're sitting in the chair in Hunter's office. Sitting in the chair in front of Hunter's desk. My name is Haynes, and I'm sitting on the desk. Wake up, Callan. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer them and behave as your normal self. Do you understand, Callan?
Sitting on the desk.
Now, on the 29th of March, you called at 22 Northfield Crescent and spoke to a Mr. Barnes. You?
Oh, Mark.
Barnes.
Is it?
You tell me.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Barnes, recruited into Soviet espionage May 1956.
I tell you, I've never seen him before. The pictures are fake.
Callan, we had an operative following you. You went there to his house.
I go to lots of houses. I went to lots and lots of houses, got as far as the front doorstep.
Why?
Orders.
Whose orders?
Hunter's orders.
To do what?
I was looking for a man.
What man?
All right. His name was Stryker.
Yeah. His name was Stryker.
Stryker?
Yeah.
Why? All right. Let's go back a bit. Who ordered you to find that man?
I told you, Hunter.
Oh, you win.
Was he something funny?
Hilarious.
I made a joke.
A beauty.
Why don't you share it? You do that again. Who's the girl?
I'll tell you. Elsie Wilson, recruited to Soviet espionage 1960. Percy Wilbrook, that's the name he uses. Soviet birth. Haynes. When? What time? Thank you. Stryker is dead.
I know.
How?
A friend of mine told me.
A lonely friend. But you killed him. You had him killed.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Stryker was a colleague of mine. We joined the service together. We worked together. You could call him a friend. If you killed him, I'm going to take you apart.
You can try that any time you like.
Stryker had been detailed to work with another agent to uncover the source of a leak in Hunter's department. During the course of his investigations, he found that your behavior left a lot to be desired.
Not the first.
He had accumulated a great deal of evidence. That evidence is now missing. Evidence that will put you, if you're the leak,
In prison for 101 years.
I'm going to live to be a very old man. You try. Try it. Where's Hunter?
He's coming.
Section 3 haven't got Callan.
They say not.
They haven't. So we can take it that the other side have.
And because of your cooperation, Callan thinks we've arrested him.
It sounded like you, sir.
There are dozens of men who could sound like me, particularly on the telephone. I thought common sense would have made you check.
I'm sorry, sir, but he did use the code name, sir.
And at this moment, Callan is probably blabbing all he knows about the job he was on.
Not Callan, sir.
Can you find Lonely?
Yes, sir.
Then find him and see what he can tell you. I doubt if it'll be much.
How long do these injections give us?
While he's conscious.
Yes.
About 2 hours at a time. That's the longest period I can guarantee his response to your suggestions.
What other effects does it have apart from allowing us to implant suggestions in his mind?
It lowers his creative ability, making it harder to lie, easier to tell the truth. And he'll believe anything we want him to believe. Of course, it may kill him, the dosage we're giving him.
Crash course. Wake up, Callan. Been down here before. You probably didn't even know it existed.
I don't even care. Where's Hunter?
Patience. You'll see him very soon. Come on, Callan. Walk his guy.
All right.
Back to Hunter's office. In charge here?
It wasn't me that did him, honest. Mr. Callan, tell him it wasn't me that did him. He was already dead when I got in there.
What were you in Stryker's room for, Lonely? You made an illegal entry. Why?
Well, Mr. Callan, he told me. He told me to look for some papers.
Did you? Did you find them?
I don't know, do I? I mean, I took a cash box, but that was for Mr. Callan, wasn't it? But honestly, that geezer was already dead when I got in there. Mr. Callan, tell them they're charging me with murder, Mr. Callan.
All right, Lonely.
Get that box open, Constable. Now, Lonely, Callan asked you to get some papers. Did he tell you why he wanted them?
No, he just said he wanted a pad with a lot of letters written on it in a funny way. But honestly, Governor, that Charlie was already stiff when I got in there.
Was this the box? Are you sure?
Yeah, that's a blood mark of my finger. I dipped him in a pool of it on the floor.
Stryker's all right. Take him down and give him some tea.
I'm sorry, Mr. Callan.
What were you looking for, Callan? In Stryker's flat?
Can I get something straight?
Be my guest.
You and the girl. You both work for Section 3.
Yeah.
Not a Hunter.
Well, obviously, since we're investigating his department for him.
Why?
He has reasons.
Yeah.
There's been a leak, Callan. I'm sure you know that.
Who uncovered it?
I did. Hunter asked for our assistance. Now, how about you telling me what you were looking for?
There's a cipher pad.
Who for?
I've told you, Hunter.
The next man to come through that door will be Hunter, Callan. We'll see who's telling the truth. Remember, Callan, the next man through that door will be Hunter. Hunter is here, Callan. Aren't you going to stand up? It's Hunter.
How's it going?
He's not talking yet, sir. He will.
Yeah, I will now. Well, it's about time you turned up.
Sir?
Sir. And why haven't you told these people what I was supposed to be doing for you?
You tell them.
You asked me to find a man. You gave me a photograph. I found him. His name was Stryker.
Go on.
You said that you thought he was connected with the traitor in the department, high up. You said that he was a radio operator for the opposition. Now, is that right, sir?
Callan, you told that very nicely, didn't he, Haynes?
Very nicely, sir.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Right, Haynes?
I couldn't have made a better précis myself, sir.
A good performance. Eh, Haynes?
Very good, sir.
Especially so when it was all so much utter rubbish.
Martin Herrin, Soviet-born. You still deny talking to him.
The only people I talked to were ordinary citizens when I was looking for Stryker.
On Hunter's orders.
Yes!
Suzanne, you took the photographic evidence.
Yes, sir.
Then you must have seen Callan talking to these people.
Well, yes, sir. I followed him for a week. I photographed everybody he spoke to in long shot, a close-up of their faces, and then a close shot of the paper he was holding out for them to read.
It was a photograph of Stryker, sir!
I don't know what he was showing them.
And from that, nor do we, but a photograph it is not. All right, Callan, let's start again. You are a link man in a cell of Soviet agents.
I'm not.
You're working with a man in Hunter's department who?
I told you I am working for him!
You have received orders about the Soviet president's visit to London. Yes, Callan, we know that. We broke that cipher. You were ordered to arrange that the Soviet president was assassinated on his arrival.
Listen, if I'm supposed to be working for the opposition, why should I do a thing like that?
Because we know there is a group high in the Soviet Presidium who want him removed. They don't like the way he is becoming friendly to the West.
So, has anyone got a glass of water?
This group, the one you work for, prefer closer ties with China.
Oh, I see. So I'm going to kill him, I'm going to get rid of him to create a very nasty situation politically for the West. Is that it?
We're progressing at last.
I can't think. I can't
You
think!
discovered that Stryker working for Section 3 was onto you.
No.
You had him removed.
No.
Listen, my friend, we know it was you. Two girls who live opposite Stryker told me you were asking questions about him. It's a positive identification.
No!
Stryker's notes tell us anything, sir.
So far, he's told us very little. Until he got interested in Callan, he hadn't uncovered anything against anybody in my department.
If that's true, sir, except for the lucky interception of the radio transmissions.
How did Stryker get on to Callan?
I don't know. A tip-off? But I do know that Stryker was onto something more positive during that last week while I was watching Callan. He mentioned it on the phone.
You've no idea what it was. Sir, the Soviet president, when does he fly in?
First thing tomorrow morning.
I suspect I do know that. What time?
900 hours.
It doesn't give us very long. Sir, can I have your permission to pull in every known member of the opposition network?
Well, if you insist. But we haven't much time. I'd concentrate on breaking him.
Don't worry, sir. I'll break him, all right.
Callan! Callan!
Callan.
Do yourself a favor. Admit everything. Say you're in charge. Say there's a killer. Give a false description. A false name. Help yourself, Callan.
Haynes and Suzanne gone. For a bite to eat. Anybody else in the building?
Only the bloke in the cell. Lonely, whatever his name is.
Get rid of him.
Permanently.
Why not? Did you hear that, Callan?
Would you like to save him? Lonely. Lonely can't hurt me. I might as well let him go free.
You... the League... assassination plot. You...
Yes. I'm the League, Callan. It took me years to get to the top. And you're going to help me stay there, aren't you? Now just say your piece onto the tape, and Lonely can go free. Come on, Callan. You've got an inventive...
Not outside.
Well, Callan?
What's it, sir? Only...
Writing Callan up, sir.
A week on the missing list?
I take it as only you and he knew the job he was on, sir. He could give them a lot.
If they can make him talk, yes. Clearance on me as yet?
Only for the last 20 years, sir.
Thank you. Right back to your prep school.
I've been suspect, sir.
Everybody in the department's suspect. There's been a leak, and it's someone who's been in the section for a long, long time.
And Callan was working on it, sir.
Callan's clear. Some of the matters in the leak he couldn't possibly have known about.
How did you uncover it, sir?
When I was in Moscow.
Sir, if they make Callan talk, they'll know their man is in jeopardy.
Exactly. They may never find him.
Is it worth it, Callan? Being stubborn and not talking? You crack anyway, sooner or later. Everyone does.
Oh, how could I tell him?
For the moment, who you've arranged to attempt the assassination in the morning, who and when?
Would you believe me if I told you it was Hunter? That he framed me?
Oh, now come on. There's a mountain of evidence against you. Even your own friend Lonely's going to testify against you in court.
Kenny is dead.
Rubbish.
Hunter had him killed.
He's at home.
Did you take him there yourself? No. You just take Hunter's word for it. Listen. When Haynes asked you about the photographs of me and the Soviet agents, and he asked you if you'd seen them yourself, you hesitated. Why did you do that?
Well, I was some distance away, but I took a shot of them with my close-up lens.
You didn't actually see them with your own eyes. You process your own film.
Don't be ridiculous.
No, did you give it to the lab?
Well, they processed it, yes.
Did you give it? You give it to the lab? You give it to the lab boys yourself?
Well, no.
Who did you give it to?
Hunter.
Hunter, yeah. Hunter. Listen, I'll do a deal with you. Will you check? Check to find out if Hunter gave that film to the lab boys himself. Will you check for me?
And in return?
I'll do anything you want. I'll say anything you want me to say, but just check and see if Hunter gave that film himself. And listen, darling. What makes you think that everybody's got a cracking point, eh?
Take it from me. I know.
How long have you acted as postbox for the network?
10 years.
Who is your cell leader? Is this the man?
No.
Your name?
Andrews, Edward Woodward.
This is Callan. This is your cell leader, we know.
How do I know it's Callan? I never got to meet him.
The first of the opposition network, sir. We got him an hour ago. Only small fry, though, sir. Postbox.
Carry on.
Stop him. Play that tape. He's the one. He admitted it, that the tape was still running.
Don't you think it's time you stop that act now, Callan? No one believes you.
Play the tape, will you? Play it.
It's an extract from a top-secret conference at cabinet level, but I will if you want me to.
No, that's all right, sir. There's no need. You admit that Callan is your cell leader. Go on, you admit it!
I've never seen him before.
Callan, look, here's a pro, just like you. Only this one knows how much easier it is to cooperate.
I've never seen him before in my life!
Andrews, who's going to make the assassination attempt tomorrow? I meant what I said, Andrew. I shall happily kill you if you refuse to answer.
I don't know, Mr. Haynes, I swear I don't.
But you do know there is going to be an attempt.
Yes! Callan told me.
He didn't tell you who was going to do it. Was it Callan?
I don't know.
Was it another man?
I don't know. I didn't look, nobody come
I don't believe you.
I swear.
Callan! It was Hunter.
Take him down.
You bastard!
Now, Mr. Callan, I have 3 hours left. Help me, and you'll live. Otherwise...
I've told you.
Kill him. Go on, kill him.
Mr. Haynes, we don't know...
Damn it, girl, we've got a job to do. I must have that information within 3 hours.
But if Callan
is innocent, we'll pray for his soul. For now, just kill him. Well, Callan.
I told you. It was Hunter. I can't help you.
I'm sorry. Finish him.
You were right. Hunter didn't give the films to the lab.
Suzanne, give me the gun.
It's all right. I'm sorry. But I will keep checking.
Haynes, hold it. Thank you. The rest of the opposition net have disappeared. It's as if they'd been tipped off.
Good day, Hunter.
Do come in, Sir John.
Am I interrupting anything? What time do we leave to meet the President?
8 from here.
Take Callan down.
You're gonna screw this.
You've got to hand it to Callan, sir. They made him pretty tough.
Enough.
Not half enough.
It's all right, I can manage. Here. But leave the door open.
Well, how do you feel, darling? Shooting somebody in cold blood.
I didn't.
Well, you tried.
Well, a quick, clean bullet would have been better for you then than the delight Haynes has in store. I know how far he can go.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
One of my jobs was to cover the Hungarian uprising. I mixed with the students.
So?
I was captured by the opposition and interrogated. They were fond of their work, especially with girl prisoners. Shall I go on?
Oh, I'm sorry, of course.
I know it's better to be dead than go through that.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to go through that and live. Hunter, he didn't take that film to the lab. You did say that, didn't you? I mean, that is right. That is right.
Yes. That's why, if I hadn't tried to shoot you, Haynes or Hunter would. And I'd have been discredited. But while they trust me, I can carry on the investigation on your behalf.
Hunter didn't get the film processed officially. And you believe me?
Perhaps.
Listen, remember that he had that tape. He put that tape on the desk. He wanted to get me to confess, to save Lonely. Get it, that tape, get it and play it. Just get it and play it.
I'll try.
Play. Play. Get it and play it.
Callan, wake up. Wake up, Callan. The tape had gone from his office. The tape had gone from his office. And I found these, my films. They've never been processed. You were right.
Sad, isn't it? Move, Callan. Oh, you me. Sit down. Hand behind you.
There's no point in pretending anymore, Hunter.
What do you and Callan know? Who's going to believe Callan?
You can't frame me. No! 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 No!
I got Callan free and attacking Suzanne. How is she?
Would you be so kind, Mr. Hunter, to leave me alone with Callan?
Listen, Haynes, you did it.
Haynes, you'll never get anything out of him now, sir. You'll have to cover your presidential visitor as best you can.
It's got to be an accident, Haynes.
It will be, sir.
Where the hell have you been? I've been searching all over for you.
Oh, I was getting myself done over by the Rozzers, wasn't I? 3 days they kept me there. They wouldn't let me see my lawyer and nothing.
Who had you?
The cops. The law.
Now, don't you give me that. I've been to every nick in the city. All right. Which station were you at?
Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly Nick, was it? It was that warehouse place. Oh, there are coppers all right. It's where Mr. Callan is.
Where?
In a warehouse place.
For God's sake, Lonely, where?
Well, I don't know where it is, Mr. Mears.
Well, how the hell did you get there?
They took me in a closed van, they brought me back in here.
What did they want you for?
Murder. But Mr. Hunter, he's the bloke that let me in.
Hunter?
Yeah, he let me go. He says it was all a mistake.
Come on, Lanley, old son. You're going to headquarters. Come on. Move. Come on!
Hadn't one of us better ride in the back with him?
There's no need. He'll never come to. Which is a pity. I'd rather like him to be awake when he goes under for the last time.
Nothing, sir. Not a smell.
There must be something, Mears.
Oh, there is, sir. There is something. Somebody is having Callan on, sir.
Is he all right?
Oh, Lonely. Yes, he's all right, sir. He's scared, but he just doesn't know, sir.
Keep trying. Why, Mears? Why take all this trouble?
Interrogation, sir?
Oh, no, there are quicker ways. No man could last a week. Times like this, I feel paranoid. Full red alert, Mears. We're in for some trouble.
Yes? Thank you. Kenny spotted Callan, leaving Lonely's place.
You can but wait.
Will Callan make it?
I think so.
What will happen to Callan?
They'll kill him. Touch wood.
Callan!
Callan! Callan, down!
Why, David? Why? He's going to kill us. Soviet president.
The president went home 3 days ago. You've been missing for a week.
Toby. I've been had